He's here to speak about the project is Lemon Lime, and some other members will be joining the call. So yeah, if we could just start with the core team's background experience for crypto, Lemon Lime, that'd be great.
Sure, sure. So first of all, nice to meet you guys, Lemon Lime. I'm Leroy, actually, in real life. We are a gaming company from Cyprus, from Europe. We do game development for blockchain play to earn. Before that, we were doing utility applications, and we were doing traditional gaming also in the past. I've been in crypto since a long time, but I started being producing projects since 2019. My first project was 2 months after Safe Moon came out. It was called Baby Yoda, if you heard about it. And I've been in the field for a long time. Before that, I was a app developer, Xcode, object-oriented development on Apple mostly. And I have a team of 25 people. We're a company, not a team, actually. And for this project, Lemon Haze, which is a play to earn trivia game, we have 7 dedicated people that are working only on that. We started marketing and publicity yesterday afternoon, and we're just starting. We're just having fun right now.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I see you've actually been, but you want to build everything and have the utility before launch. I think your pre-sales come in 22nd of April, so that's great that you want it all ready before the launch and build up the community.
Right. So first of all, we're doing private sale right now, early contribution. We're trying to keep the pre-sale small and making sure 100% of it is going to liquidity. We're not taking a dime from that. Because we are here for the long run regarding to the company we're building, regarding to the games we're building. This is the first version. Obviously, we're going to release a lot more versions later on and updates. I'm going to go into that with you now. But yeah, this is a very organized project. There's a lot of things I can show you that are amazing, I think.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, maybe we can go into start with the Lemon Haze trivia game that you're building.
Sure. So Lemon Haze trivia. First of all, the game is fully operational. When I say fully operational, I mean you can start playing right now. If you go in the private sale and you buy tokens, you can start playing without tokens immediately, even though the liquidity is not there. The tokens you can win, you can lose, etc. The game basically goes like this. You got 5 levels, difficulty levels. Each level has 5 questions. So from level 1 to level 2, 5 questions. Level 5 is endless. And you win coins per question. So in level 1, you win 10 coins per question. Level 2, you win 20 coins per question. Level 3, you win 30. Level 4, you win 50. And level 5, you win 70. So if you made it to level 5, you're already making a lot of money. And level 5 is endless. Now, in the game, you have a character called Lemon that will be with you in the screen and helping you and cheering you on. But we're starting a NFT mint on this Tuesday, and you will go to mint one of the 3 characters that will be playing with you, and those characters will actually give you superpowers in the game, such as doubling the amount of coins you get per question, or giving you a skip question lifeline on each round. Many cool things. Everything is done in 3D. It's very cool. We can even share some stuff here if you want.
We lock the chat and share your socials. But yeah, if you post them in our shared chat or DM them over to me, I can put them into our main chat for investors to have a look at
Sure.
as we go. So are the next NFT, is that NFT series, or is that the Power Up NFTs for the next version of the game, these two?
I asked you in the middle. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, the Power Up NFTs, is that the ones that are coming out shortly, or is that an NFT series before them?
No. So the Power Up NFTs are coming up on Tuesday. We're not here to make art NFTs or collection or stuff like that. We're here to make real substance. The whole point is building a serious gaming company for a long run. We have 3 projects in the air, 3 games that are very big. This is the first one of them and the most simplified one of them. Basically, the NFT mint is 1,000 units of NFTs. There's not going to be more. For version number 1, there's not going to be any other minting. We're not going to come up and make more minting before version 2 comes out. In this version, there are 3 kinds of NFT. There is Jinx, which is a woman, and she will give you a skip question on every question on every round. You have one skip question from Jinx, and you have Glow. Glow will double your coins per question. So instead of making 70 coins per question, you're going to make 140. And the last one is the strongest one. We kind of based it on Yoda because we are big fans of Yoda. So it's called Thorn X. It's a really cool green creature that is floating. We can share it here. You'll just show me where, and you will see basically Thornex gives you double coins per question, and it gives you the ability to skip one question every round, which is very important because if you have like 4 questions answered correctly and you don't know the 5th one, if you can skip it and survive that round to collect your profits, that will help you a lot. So that is something that is happening. That's the NFTs. We're going to start minting on Tuesday, but we're doing it without stress, without rush on the NFTs. I mean, it's only 1,000 units. Whoever enjoys the game, come and mint. Whoever doesn't, it's fine. It's all done, very cool, very chill because we're looking at June to release version 2.0 that will have picture trivia and will have sound, music trivia. You're gonna hear a song or somebody speaking for a couple of seconds. You need to guess who you see celebrities when they were children. You guess who the celebrity is. Very cool kinds of trivias that are coming out on June. Right now, it's only questions, multiple answer questions, 3 possible answers, and working smooth. It's really really fun. It was fun making it, and I said it yesterday in the AMA. The trajectory of the development was supposed to be 2 months, and somehow we arrived after 4.5 months because we were having so much fun on the way, and we decided to add more NFTs, and we decided to make them 3D, and we decided to add sounds, and we kept adding and adding and adding. But we can definitely say it's a very nice game, and especially compared to the Binance Smart Chain, what's going on there. So we came to give some substance, to give some quality to the games that are being played. And again, the whole thing is to come out with something that is working and is working now before you buy, or before it launches, not just to show you a couple of pictures and tell you we're going to come out with a game later on and you buy the coin and maybe it comes out, maybe it's not, maybe it's a bag of promises, maybe it's real. Here it's all working, all operational, to actually show people that we came to play, so to speak.
Yeah, so let's go into the game, the trivia game. Is it going to be like multiple answers each level? Does it get harder where you just have to know the answer and you don't get like an A, B, C, D?
That's right. You have an ABC. Actually, it's three answers. One of them is correct or wrong, obviously. Every round has 5 questions, and every level goes up in difficulty. If it's okay with you, it's something I usually ask before the AMA, and I forgot to ask you. We're going to have some fun in this AMA. If you allow me, we can also do some questions while we're talking once in a couple of minutes to ask the audience question and pay them. We will pay them, of course, just to get them in the vibe to understand how fun it is. And I'm going to give you questions from the real game, from the actual game.
We can do that in the second part of the AMA. We've got an hour.
Sure.
We ask them questions as well along the way later on. So with the trivia, do you get a certain amount of time to answer each question? How's it work?
Yeah. We live in a world of Google. Like I said it before, you have to give people a limited amount of time to answer. You have 10 seconds to answer a question. Level 1 is very easy questions. Relatively speaking, it's very, very easy question. And we did that on purpose because we want people. So basically, it costs 100 coins to start a game. And level 1, you're going to make 50 coins back easy because it's really basic questions. And then level 2 is a little bit harder, and so on. So basically, to start the game, you're going to put 100 coins, and then you're going to earn them back on level 1 and level 2, and then level 3, you start making profits and so on. And if you are knowledgeable, you're making a lot of profits. It's an if.
Are you planning like where people will be able to pick their subjects, or will it just be general knowledge across the board?
So right now it's general knowledge across the board. We are working on version 2. As I said, there's going to be not just subjects. It's also going to be if you want to play picture trivia or just question trivia or music trivia. And we're working on a Chinese version as well. We really think it's going to be cool also in China. So we're working on a Chinese version as well. I cannot give a date on it yet. So I can't tell you exactly, but we're hoping June. We're hoping.
I saw on the website you've got a scoreboard. up there ready to go, and I'm wondering if you're going to do like trivia community competitions and large tournaments for like the ones that are doing really well, or put
It's
each
exactly
player
that.
up against each other.
It's exactly that. So basically, when you start the game, you're gonna choose a nickname, and it's gonna see your wallet number. So we are saving only the last couple of digits of your wallet and your nickname that you chose, and it's gonna be saved on the scoreboard. And every week, we're gonna give away BNBs as prizes to the top members of the scoreboard. And every week, we're gonna reset it and start again. So we want to create this vibe of not just play to earn, but play to lead in the scoreboard, and then we're gonna reimburse you with airdrops on a weekly basis to make sure people are having fun.
Sounds good, yeah. And will you put like the top players up against each other to see who can win like a round or 5 rounds?
That is one of the things we're thinking about. There's a lot of things we're thinking about. It's also going to be top player against the devs. And random people will be chosen from the VIP group that we have. Random people will be chosen to write the questions. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff that we're doing. The whole point is like to have fun while we're playing, and to make sure that people that are investing are making money back, by playing, and also by staking. We have a full operational staking platform already up and running. The staking platform is 135 APY, and you can stake right now. So we wanted to make sure that people will actually see the value for the long run here, even though it's the Binance Smart. We know how the Binance Smart Chain tends to act. So we wanted to ensure that it's going to be something that will show longevity across the board and give something different in the Binance Smart Chain. It's very important for us.
And there's 5,000 questions in version 1. I'm wondering, how did the guy who created it, break that down? Did he look for like 500 geography questions, 500 cooking celebrity questions?
So we're a content writer in the company. We have content writers, we have 3D designers, we have 3D animators, we have backend developers, front-end developers, Unity developers, blockchain engineers, many people. So the content writer's job was to write 5,000 questions for the first version. Right now, the version has 5,500 questions. We're going to keep adding questions on a daily, weekly basis to make sure that you don't encounter the same question twice in the same day or so on. So he was given just levels, and we wanted him to write questions that are relevant to history, mainly geography, music, a lot of music questions that are fun, and some cultural questions, about movies, etc. But it's really a mixture of things to keep it interesting. And we also tried to avoid asking questions about football or things that address certain people and not all people. That we wanted everybody to be able to play. The whole point is you're in the toilet or you're just in the bus or the train and you want to play and pass your time. Why not make money while you're playing? So that was the whole point, to make sure we address everybody with these questions.
And will you be able to play so many times a day? What happens if you lose? Will there be like a cool down period? How does it work?
No. There is no down period. So every game costs 100 coins. As long as you have coins to play, you can play. Every game costs 100 coins, and again, I'm assuming that 95% of the population, I think, that will play this game will make about 50 coins back easy from the first round. So it's about 50 coins, that they will need to earn back from answering questions and make money. There is no limitation of how many they can play, as long as they can afford 100 coins per game.
And with the rewards being in Lemon Haze, I'm wondering, after the launch of the token, how you support the price rather than sort of everyone selling them. Will there be ways to actually spend the Lemon Haze inside the game?
So first of all, let's start with the fact that we had to create a very smart ecosystem in order to ensure that the coin, won't get hit by a bus, so to speak. The way we did it is, first of all, there is the tax that is done on every transaction in the game and every transaction in the swap. So it's not just in the swap, it's also in the game. When you play the game and you put 100 coins, 13 coins, 13% tax. And 13 coins are taken as tax. Now, we have a buyback wallet, and we have a wallet that feeds the game wallet. So some of your coins will go to the game wallet to keep feeding it, so we will never be short of coins to pay back to people. And some of the wallet will go to LP, and some of it will go to buyback. The buyback is a big emphasis here because it's something a lot of people do, but you have to understand, if you do it in the right context, it can be a very strong tool, but you have to know how to use it, because you can't just randomly buy back. So you have to put average price ranges on the chart movements. It's something that we do on a 2-day basis, and basically make sure that you buy when it hits that price to ensure that you have a floor price that is not touched. Can I promise that that will happen? Of course not. I can promise we will keep doing that and stick to the plan to make sure that that will happen, but nothing is guaranteed. And I want to say that I'm speaking on behalf of a company, LTD, a licensed company. So everything I'm saying, I want to stick as close as possible to clean and real answers. So it's very important to understand we're going to have a buyback system. We're going to try and buy back the coins at these floor prices to ensure some kind of a rise in the price with the floor price that will keep going up. Along with that, we have a full operational staking platform. Like I said before, 135 APY per year. And that is to ensure that people, before they go and sell the coin to make a quick $5 or whatever, they can actually make much more by staking those coins. And that happens now. That's already open and active.
Great, yeah. So you thought it out well. So I imagine maybe the buy and sell tax can be quite low because you've got that tax built into the game.
Correct. The sale tax and the buy tax are in the game as well. So you have to integrate that function in the game as well to make sure you keep feeding the game. Before we go to tokenomics, I just want to explain one thing. When we're looking at a real utility coin or a game coin, we have to lock a substantial part of the coins in the game contract, so he will have the money to pay people when they win. So 30% of the total supply is locked in the game contract, and it cannot be taken out, not by anyone. It's a game contract. It's a one-way street. We can always feed it, but we can never take out from it. So 30% of those coins are locked in that game contract, and 10% of the total supply is locked in the staking contract. So the circulating supply is only 60%.
Cool. And yeah, so how is the tokenomics going to work on the Lemon Haze token for the buys and sells?
Sure. So we're talking tax. You're asking about tax?
Tax, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we got LP. The LP, we're gonna first. I want to say something before that. We're starting with a 13% tax, but we're going to lower it after the week of launch. So after we launch, we're going to have 1 week of 13% tax for obvious reasons. And then we're going to lower it gradually according to demand, according to supply, and so on. Right now, this 13% tax, we have 3% buyback and 10% that will go to LP and will go to burn. Okay. 1 second, I just want to make sure I'm reading it correctly. Here you go. 3% is the buyback, and we have the burn tax, the LP tax, and of course, distribution to holders, which will start in the second week after we launch. It's going to be 4% distribution to holders. If you want me to break down the token, yeah.
You've got the staking as well. Well, how will that work? Will it be locked, unlocked staking?
Yeah, so obviously you can lock your coins, but we cannot force you to unlock them ahead of time. So you lock your coins and you get up to 135, like I said before, percentage back yearly on your money. If you want to unlock before, you can unlock before, but there is a fine. So before you guys lock it, decide for how many months you want to lock it and try to stick to it so you don't get fined. Obviously, you're breaking the staking contract. There's going to be a fine, just like every average staking platform. That is 10% of the total supply of the contract. Dedicate those profit back to holders that are staking, and if we need to feed it more, we will feed it more. 21%, which is actually 34% of circulating supply, because 40% is not circulating. So 34% of circulating supply will go to the LP at launch. As I said, the pre-sale is 100% LP oriented. And we have 25% that is pre-sale, private sale, early contribution. All of that is happening up to 25%. 3% is the team. 4% is for centralized exchanges because we're expecting listing probably in the next quarter. That is something we're expecting or working on. Obviously, that depends on volume, depends on trading activity and so forth to ensure that. So we cannot guarantee anything now, but we are working hard to make sure we start with nice listings. We're hoping and aiming for KuCoin. It's one of our favorite CX, centralized exchanges. And we have 7% that is going to marketing to fund operational marketing that is not going to be used in the first month.
Great. And with the NFTs, they're coming out, did you say, next week? What will be the cost for investors to mint them, and will there be like rarities attached to them?
Okay, so first of all, the NFTs, we did it just because we wanted people to have some cool add-ons to the game to make sure that people can play and upgrade themselves to play better. Maybe we'll have on version 2 even cooler NFTs with more utility. We'll see. The price is very, very cheap. It's 0.1 BNB. We're not here to make money on the NFT. We're here for, as I said, the long run for our games to succeed and be played on a daily basis. So the NFT is 0.1. You cannot choose which NFT you're going to get, but if you get Thorn X, for example, which is the strongest character, the Yoda lookalike, we are assuming, as a rough estimation with no guarantees, that it's probably going to be worth much more than 0.1, which seems pretty obvious to us. But all NFTs will be 0.1 BNB.
Okay, cool. And are you looking to do a referral program for the game or for the token?
We are running a lot of referral programs right now with our marketing team. Our marketing team has been in crypto also for 2 years. It's run by Matthew. If you guys heard about him, he did a lot of projects. He's from England, and he's managing the whole marketing team. So maybe he can explain better than me about that part. But we are running Swift widget. We're running giveaways. We're running a lot of things, and we're gonna definitely bring more stuff to the table. That he will build for us and give us some other cool stuff that we're working on. Right now, we're focusing on growing an organic community that, will be people that came because they see the project and they understand that this can be something very cool and in the long run. And organic is the key word. So all day we're spending by removing bots from our groups and removing, people that are not there for talking about the game, but there to promote some stuff. So we're working on that to make sure it's really, really, really organic. And a month or 2 from today, that people will actually be arguing in the group about their place on the scoreboard or which one is the best NFTs. We want to get to that kind of place. That's what we're looking forward to.
Okay, awesome. And then you're planning a second and a third game in the future for the projects as well?
For this specific game, you mean, or in general?
In general, yeah. I thought you were saying, yeah, there'll be another game in the future as well, yeah.
So, okay, first of all, Icon X Play, the company I represent, is called Icon X Play. You can Google our website, iconxplay.com. We are working on 3 huge projects. This is one of them, but we have 2 more very big projects coming up. One of them is known to some people. It's called Farm Wars. It's based on Clash of Clans. It's going to be fully mobile oriented. Amazing 3D graphics. If you guys want to check it out, it's phenomenal. This is coming out around May. Okay, the community already exists. We have a big community and the Farm Wars chat. And we're working on another game, which I cannot give too much details, but it's something at an international level that is going to be on Ethereum blockchain. It's a very big game. This one we wanted to do on Binance Smart Chain. As a developer for many, many years, I think there's a big misunderstanding about Binance Smart Chain. I've been in Binance Smart Chain before it was BSC, it was ERC20. There is a lot of functionality in Binance Smart Chain that is very promising. The fact that they can transact 5 to 5.5 million transactions a day without blinking, and the cheap gas cost and being really reliable at times of high traffic is something that we really find positive. The problem is the audience it attracts, or the name that it has because of the audience it used to attract. And that we're trying to kind of fix, because you see a lot of games that are coming on the Binance Smart Chain. You get very disappointed of the level, you get disappointed of the promises. So we wanted to actually come with something ready, 100%, that people can actually see that it's real, and maybe, stick around on Binance for more things that will come. And we hope a lot of other people will do the same and come out with really cool games on Binance. Because at the end of the day, we're talking about a very cheap blockchain. So It's very good for play to earn games. It's very good. And Solana has been, we love Solana. It's great. We're working on a project on Solana, but it's unpredictable, and the hash rate is unpredictable. There's a lot of issues there that are not predictable with Solana that we're trying to avoid before we develop a game, and people will financially get hurt by the blockchain not keeping up. So that was very important for us. Yeah,
I'm wondering if you'll build an ecosystem around the three separate projects or partnerships with each sort of game, and how it would link together.
So it's early for me to say that we're going to link games together. We are looking at several options. I'd rather not go into details, but whether it's across the board coin or things like that can happen. Again, it's early to say, so I don't want to go into that. But you have to understand there is some kind of expectation versus the blockchain you choose. So if I'm going with a game that is full 3D on a game engine like Unity, that even if it's low poly, but we're talking about high level of environment and animation. So usually we'll tend to go to Ethereum. High level games in this kind of caliber will go to Ethereum. But we're trying not to go there because Ethereum is very not friendly for play to earn games. If you make $100 and you pay $50 in gas, in the good case, and that kind of sucks. So we're looking at the blockchains, we're looking at Cross, everybody else is now, and we're looking at Solana, of course. But we need to see on some blockchains, we need to see more stability, because if you want a game to survive, the game that you will develop usually will start being big and profitable at least 8, 10, 12 months later. It takes time for traction to happen. It takes time for organic word to mouth growth to happen correctly. And that's why you have to ensure that people are playing the game and they enjoy the game, and the blockchain doesn't ruin it for them. And the world is not that ready for play to earn when we're talking about the technology we have right now available to us. Let me explain what I mean. If you're holding an iPhone and you want to go out from a React Native software, which is something that will work on all platforms across the board, you want to go out from there to MetaMask, you're going to encounter a lot of problems. And then you need to connect a third party like dApps and things like that you have to connect in order to support that. And all that either costs you more money or slows down the process or is not stable. So there is a lot of things that are not ready for play to earn to be really play to earn fun kind of thing, and not play to earn complex structure. So that's why we have to examine every blockchain very, 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 very into depth before we choose it. And Binance Smart Chain is a phenomenal blockchain to do these kind of games. The problem is the bad reputation. That's the problem. And I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm blaming everyone. And this is something we want to fix. And we're going to fix it with these games.
And with the three separate projects, I'm wondering how it works with the mods and admins. Are you building other projects for other teams, or would the mods be going between different projects and different games? How does it work?
It's complete separation. So a gaming company always has to work on several games together because the trajectory of profits has to take a long time until you make money from one game, like I said before. So you have to build several games at the same time. This is what usually everybody does. 99% of the companies do that. So what you have is something called hives. Hives are teams that are dedicated to one game. So they build the initial game where you have UI UX designer, you have the front end, back end, 3D designers, etc. I don't want to go into all the concept artists and so on. These people are dedicated to one game, and there are people that are working across several games, such as website designer, such as concept artists. Like I said, these people can work on several games because they're not a full-time job. So they create a character, which will take them a couple of days. They send it to the 3D artist, and then they can go and work on another character until he finishes. They cannot continue anyway, so they go to another game. But the developers are dedicated to one game. The mods are, for now, going to be separate because we need the same mods to stay in the same group and to be in the loop about all the details of the game and the giveaways and so on. So we're going to try and not mix that up. But there is hives for every game. There's hives, and when the game comes out, We need to do updates. We need to do bug fix. We need to do more QA. We need to error logs that we need to go through. So the developers have to stay on that game and keep innovating and fixing and so on. So it's something that they have to be dedicated to. They cannot do both.
And will there be an audit on the Lemon Haze contract?
There already is an audit, a full audit in KYC, of course.
Tech audit you've had done, yeah. Are you looking
Correct.
for a certain one in the future, or?
So we don't mind doing Certic. I just, like I said in the beginning, I've been around for a long time. Tech audits are phenomenal. If you guys know them, they're one of the firsts. Check it out. They're very old. We also discuss with them about a lot of things. We consult with them about a lot of things. I know a couple of them personally because we've been auditing for a long time with them for many other projects. And they're very credible, in my opinion. But if the public wants another audit, we don't mind. You know, it's our faces here, our IDs, are everything. It's a company that is registered. You can Google the company as well. So it's not something we mind. If the game contract is not correct in 1%, that's going to have a big implication on the game. And the game development costs a lot more, in the game marketing, of course, costs a lot more than we're going to earn back from private sale or pre-sale or anything like that. So we have to look for the long run. And in order to do that, we have to make sure the contracts are clean and 100% working with no glitch.
And has the company been making traditional sort of PC mobile gaming in the past, and now they're moving to the blockchain, or have you been making games on the blockchain for a while now?
No. I wish I could say that I've been making games for the blockchain for a while now. I was making utilities for the blockchain for a while. I made an app that is pretty famous in England. I'm not going to say names because it's not mine, but I was a co-developer. It's a dating app in England that is coming out this year and it's going to be probably huge. I developed it since mid of 2020. Game-wise, we did create games that were based on mobile, that our revenues are coming from ads, ad space, and so on, Google targeting. But play to earn is not something we did. For the main reason was, I think it needs to come from the public being ready for you to come out with a project that will be accepted. So if we come out with this a year ago, for example, it will be much more complicated for people to understand what the hell I want to do than it is now, that it's raining on us with play to earn. It's just the issue is that, for me at least, and I'm speaking only for me, I want to see some quality in play to earn games. I want to see some high level games that are coming out in play to earn games. I want to see them coming out before they launch the coin. Many games that are just, you're waiting for the game to come out, or the game is about still images. If you guys know what I mean, not full animation and not full architecture of game that is not correct. Yeah. So that's kind of annoying.
Sometimes, yeah,
Sorry?
you have like a demo. They have a demo for 5 months or something and promise you next year. And it's the same with Metaverse as well. I mean, it's very complex and very expensive. And when you ask them to break down where the money's coming from, a lot of the times it doesn't add up.
Yeah, listen, Metaverse, somehow I can understand, because we're talking about a very complex project. If you're building a big, serious Metaverse, we're talking about a big, complex project. Just for you guys to understand, let me put it in lame terms. To build 15 meters of environment for you to walk around in a high level graphics that will fit a low poly engine rendering, meaning that the phone can load it in a normal time, because people have a very short time span these days because of social media. So for me to load that section of 15 meters to 50 meters, let's say, we're talking about 2, 3, 4 weeks of work from designers and from coders to implement it. So to build a world where you can walk inside, like Sandbox, for example, it's projects that can take years. So I'm putting the Metaverse aside, but for a game to come out with a couple of screenshots, and you said demo is the good case scenario. In most of the games that I'm seeing today, we're talking about screenshots or a trailer, which I can make you a trailer in like 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. Okay. I need substance before I go and I tell investors to invest in my project or my product. I think people should see more substance. And that's why we delayed this launch. We corrected the roadmap twice because we were planning to come out around February. But we wanted something, final touches, something high level. And I can say that This game will work in every device you want, in every platform you want, glitch free. iPhone wise, it's kind of shit, the integration of Web3 on iPhone, but except that, this will work everywhere. And that was very important. Am I talking too much, dude?
A mobile app then? Will it be web-based at first and then it'll go to Android and iOS?
Yeah, it's web-based first. It's web-based first. And let me tell you something. You cannot get an app approved on Apple with a play-to-earn model that is inside the app. That means that you collect the profits inside the app and not going to the web to collect the profits. It's not possible because Apple will not approve it, because Apple collects a very big fat percentage on every dollar you make from the game or every dollar you invest in the game. So they will not collect that percentage, and that's why they will not let you do that. That's why Fortnite is suing Apple for over a year now. There's a whole mess there. So the game is on web. It's going to come out on mobile app, of course. That is something we're like really doing and almost finished with. But the collection of profits and integration of wallets will remain on the web, and that's something that Apple will need to change for us, the developers in the world, can change as well.
And so how can investors get involved? You're saying it's at the private sale stage at the moment. What's the minimum, maximum contribution? And would you be doing the private sale on the website or?
So private sale is being done. You can join our Telegram, or you can just go to our website, which is lemonhaze.app, app. You click on private sale. It takes you to the page where it shows you the wallet. It shows you the explanation. The minimum is 0.65 BNB. The maximum is 5 BNB per wallet, per person. And we started yesterday afternoon. I think we started kind of slow. We want to take it easy. We want to make sure people are playing the game, and then they can buy more if they want. But we're really excited because the response so far is very, very good. People are really liking the project, and we're getting a lot of bullish response. But again, I'm speaking on my project, so I shouldn't say that. But join us on Telegram. You have a private sale link. You click it, and you go to our website, which is the only way we're going to share the wallet with you, because we want to make sure there's no scams. And it's on the webpage. You copy the wallet, you send the BNB, and we automatically send you the coins moments after, and you can start playing at that second. And right now, you can play. You can stake right now.
I mean, it's a private sale, so it usually is a higher amount, but for a small investor, 0.65 BNB is a bit high. But on the pre-sale, I imagine it will start at 0.1. And whereabouts will you be having the pre-sale?
So we were considering a certain platform. I don't want to say names, but we decided not to go with it because of bad reputation that has been created lately from other projects. And we are right now negotiating 2 platforms. We will let people know once we close, because we want to make sure the platform is glitch-free, legit, and easy to use. Something very important. So we're not saying where it is yet. We're gonna let the people know towards the end of this week. But the focus on private sale, like you said, 0.65 may sound high, but from our experience, and this may sound bad, I hope you won't get mad at me, but from our experience, people that come and buy in like 0.1, 0.2 are just looking for a quick pump and dump, and that turns out kind of bad. So 0.65, I think, is dignified for a project like this. I hope people agree.
Yeah, private sales minimums can be $250 to $500. It's larger investors that get involved at the early stages of a startup. But and so going forward, what's the marketing plans to promote the game and the token in the future?
Okay, well, first, I want to tell you something. We went all out because we are well funded. We're not expecting to be profitable in the upcoming 12 months as a company of gaming. Obviously, it takes time. So we have backed up a lot of investors that hold equity in the company. And we are really going all out on marketing. It's the most important thing for a project, to expose itself and make sure people know about it. And then they will decide if they want to stay in it. So we got, I'm going to say names. Is that okay then?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure it's your house, Okay, so we got Travel Ad coming for the launch. That is already finalized. We have Caesar on Thursday. And we have about another 30 names that I can read to you if you want. It's a really long list, but we have a lot of names. Today we had Crypto Jam. Yesterday we had an AMA with Nordic, which was very fun, very nice people. We're working with SIRS Group, SIRS Investment Group, if you guys know. We love these guys, like a lot of good people that are looking at the project, and they know us personally, and they did KYC with us one on one, and they know it's legit, so they are happy to cooperate. But I'm excited not just about Whale Talk, which I know for a long time, and you guys are amazing, but also Caesar that is coming, and Traveler that is coming, and Golem that we're scheduling, and Gambit that we scheduled. I think it's happening tomorrow. A lot, really a lot, a lot. I wish there were more YouTubers that are relevant and are not just hired guns. We can be referred to, but it's very hard to find YouTubers that are there for substance and not for money. So it's something we have less of. But if you guys have recommendations, we're always happy to hear.
Yeah, that's great. You've got some huge marketing plans there. We have actually launched in the last few weeks YouTube sort of catch up weekly for Whalecoin Talk. So as that grows, that'll be an offer to marketing in the future. Yeah, and he just sort of does short recaps on the best projects each week. I might recommend Lemon Haze actually to be in next week's YouTube videos. That'd be great. So let's go over to investor questions. We've got, let's have a look, Syed. Syed, you had a question for Lemon Haze, for Lemon Lime here. Go ahead.
You promised I can give some money away by asking them questions. Remember?
Yeah, if I mean people have got their hands raised, yeah, we could do that after a few questions. Yeah.
Sure. I'm just joking around. I'm sorry, but whenever it's time for you, I want to give some money away by asking questions, having some fun with people. But please, I'm ready.
Yeah. Would love that. Okay, so on your white paper, I've read that, and you also mentioned that if participant answer a question incorrectly, the game will end. So I was wondering that after answering incorrectly, will the participant have to start the level from beginning from level 1, or they can resume from, for example, level 4 or level 5?
That's a brilliant question. I love that. You're going to start from level 1, and you're going to travel all the way back to level 4 again. That's why with the NFTs, you can skip questions and try to sustain the position you made. But you have to restart it, obviously, because we want to make sure that, you start the whole process again, just like in every other trivia game.
Okay, got it.
Thank you for reading our white paper.
Yeah, I'm really interested into this trivia things. Okay, so moving to my next question quickly, we have to save the time for the quiz as well. So there will be 4 different characters you mentioned for helping the users during the quiz: Lemon, Jinx, Glow, and Thornex. So I want to know that how many total NFTs of these characters will be available for the users to mint. Will they be unlimited?
No. So first of all, I will correct a tiny thing you said. There are 4 characters. That's correct, but only 3 of them are NFTs. So Lemon character is a basic character that comes with the game. It's just going to be there to cheer you on and give you some visual effects for you to have more fun. But it doesn't give you an extra powers. The other 3 NFTs do give you extra powers, like you said the names correctly: Stornex, Glow, and Jinx, and they will be a 1,000 units mint. 1,000 is the total. Not a single one more will be minted. Till out, and then we will maybe release more NFTs. The whole point is we don't have a lot of NFTs because we want to create substance for our holders. The more NFTs you create, the more the demand will go down, and then the price will go down for the holders. So because it's Binance Smart Chain, we have to be very careful to maintain a high floor price for people to make money from that NFT. Hopefully, we cannot promise, but that's what we're aiming for. That's why only 1,000 NFTs will be minted. And that's going to be something to really upgrade the game experience. Also, the visuality. You're going to see them. You're going to see those NFTs in the game on your screen when you answer correctly or you answer wrong or you're collecting profits. They're going to do animation for you. It's really fun.
Understood. Yeah, are you finished?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure how we'd do the quiz because the main chat's locked while we're doing the AMA. So I imagine we'd need the questions answering, and we might be able to unlock the main chat for the quiz. We could do it that way.
I don't mean to be a hassle. If it's a big deal, then let me know.
Yeah. If someone's listening in mods,
you want me to do the question here, and they can answer in our Telegram group?
We could do that. Yeah.
Is that okay? Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So, let me know when is a good time to ask the first one.
Go ahead with the first one. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, take a moment to join our Telegram group so you can answer there. This question is going to be $10, and it's going to be according to the person who answers first. And we have a thing that if you do a spelling mistake, it doesn't count. So the person after you that answers the same but no spelling mistakes will get it. So be careful. So join our group. I'm going to give you a minute. Ask me more questions. Let them just join the group so they can be ready.
I'll open it up to a couple of questions, and then we'll go straight to the quiz. Let's have a look. Venice, you had a question for Lemon Haze. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I want to know, will there be option for users to change the mode of language to their choice? Because I think not everyone can understand English if your medium, your quiz medium or trivia medium of English is just English or any other language. So will there be any option for them to change their language to their native language?
That's a beautiful question, and I'll tell you what. That's something that happened on like the second week of development, because we have developers all over the world. I just want you guys to understand we have we have an office in Georgia, we have an office in Cyprus, we have people working from India, we have a lot of people all over the world, and that was one of the first questions we had asked ourselves when we were building it, because the people working for us were like, I can't answer this in 10 seconds. The English is too complicated for me. So we'll tap it in stages. The first market we're going to start with is Chinese. So we're going to build the app on a Chinese-based language, the English, and you'll be able to choose between English and Chinese. And later on, we're going to add more and more and more languages. It's slow process because the content creators, to write thousands of questions, to translate thousands of questions takes time. So we're going to definitely add more languages. Chinese the first target, and after that, we're going to tackle more languages.
Okay, that's awesome. And will there be any limit of the questions which a user can answer in a day, or a user can keep on answering questions as much as they can? I think this way people can keep on doing the trivia all day.
So, first of all, when you reach level 5, excuse me, when you reach level 5, it's endless. Level 5 is not 5 questions, it's endless. You can answer and answer and answer and answer nonstop. They play all day. That's exactly why we have to put a cost factor into it, which means that people will pay 100 coins to start the game. And that will avoid a situation where people are just playing and playing and playing and playing. They will understand they're paying 100 coins in order to start the game, and then they will be more careful when they are playing or how much they will be playing. You don't want to limit your, because if they like the game, I don't see an advantage of it. In the traditional world of gaming on mobile, we do players because we have a goal in mind, which is to make them buy a game or to make them watch commercials. So that's why you limit people from playing your game on the traditional mobile gaming world. But in the play to earn arena, if it costs you money to play, then there is a statistics that come to the table that will always say that like about 70 to 75% of the people that will play will lose about 50 to 30 coins per game that will cover for the 30% that will make money from the game. And that's why you're going to be in around break-even situation. So you don't want to limit those players from either losing or making more profit. I hope that's clear. It's a bit complicated, maybe.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's clear. Thanks for answering my questions.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Okay. We've got lots of questions, so I don't know whether you want to continue with the questions, and then maybe everyone can jump in to your chat to do the quiz, or you want to do the quiz now, or it's up to you.
Your house, your rules, whatever you prefer, Glenn. Whatever is comfortable for you.
We'll take one more question. Aisha, you've got a question for Haze project. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Okay, on your white paper, it's mentioned about leaderboard. I want to understand that what factors will determine the score for leaderboard. I'm asking this because users who complete all 5 levels, won't they have same score?
No, very good question. They won't, because when you complete level 5, you cannot complete the 5th level. It's endless. So level 1, 2, 3, 4 will have 5 questions each, but level 5 is endless. So the person that will survive the longest in level 5 will have the highest score. Notice that the scoreboard is per round, meaning per game. It's not going to collect all the points you earned on that wallet and summarize them. It's only per game, per round. So if you were really good in one round and you survived, let's say 50 questions in level 5, it's going to be very difficult for somebody to pass you, for example. The second part of your question, the objective is we want to give big prizes, big money, and that will be done only on the scoreboard. The top 5 people in the scoreboard are going to be people that are going to earn big, and it will reset every week. So all the achievements will be deleted every week, and we start again Sunday till Friday. Friday we give away some BNBs to the people that are leading in the scoreboard. By the way, if I could just add one thing, it's already happening. We already started that. So people that are buying in the private sale right now and they're playing, they're collecting points and they're added to the scoreboard, and we're going to give away BNBs next Friday for people that are playing today. I mean, the upcoming Friday, not next Friday, sorry. For the people that are playing today. So people that are in the private sale kind of have an advantage on taking the first prize.
All right, got it. Thank you. Thank you for answering.
You're very welcome.
I think, the investors would probably like to go over to the quiz now. So, if we start that, and everyone's had time to join your Telegram. It's in our main chat there. Join for the quiz.
So, Glenn, I have a question for you. What level would you prefer me to start with? The easiest level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5? What do you feel like?
Let's go level 3. Let's go in the middle.
Let's go in the middle. All right.
Questions are actually in the game as well. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question. Just write the answer in our group. I'm on Lemon Haze group, and the first one to answer wins $10 for this one. Okay. All right. Let me find something good for you. Oh, I'm looking at the. That's why. Sorry, I'm looking at the sheet for only music, and I was like, "Why is this like this?" Okay. Let's see what we didn't ask. That was cool. All right, guys. For $10, what is the color of the tongue of the giraffe? Let's go. This is a tricky one. People are writing yellow. I'm going to give them a second. Wait. Where is that? So we have all the colors here in the world. The answer, oh, my computer is stuck. Okay. The answer, let's see if somebody got it. Somebody got it. The answer is blue. And Glenn, it's you.
So
Glenn,
something
that is you, dude. What?
I won't take a prize. We can
how
just
how
offer
did you
$20
know
on
the color is blue? How did you know that?
Oh, my mind's full of all sorts. I'm 46, so yeah, I've been around the world and lots of
Okay.
silly
So yeah,
information in my head.
the natural color of the tongue of the giraffe is actually blue, which is weird, but it's true. Cool. I'm gonna say now that we do this
Sorry.
almost every night. We have trivia question in our group.
Awesome.
People are answering and making money.
And maybe if we can just do one more for $20, yeah, that'd be great. For
Yeah. We'll give away your
reply
prize,
to
and I'm
quick.
gonna also make it. I'm gonna also make it less difficult. Okay. Let me
A few
find something
people
I
asking
like.
you to type the question as well, yeah, in there. But if they've done it in the BC,
Sure.
then that's their fault, maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna type it while I say it. Okay, this is an easy one. My mods don't understand what's happening. They're not. They're like white people writing colors.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say it, and the second I say it, I'm clicking on send. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. What was the original name of Twitter? What was the original name of Twitter when it started? It's an easy one. No, it's not Twitter. This is $20. Come on. Oh, we got an answer. We got an answer. Lilith, I am texting you right now. You got it. That's correct. Twitter was TWTTR. Glenn, are you with us?
Okay, awesome. That was great. Did you have any more, or is that?
I could go all night,
Or,
but you have a channel to run. So I don't want. You want?
definitely, yeah,
You want to do a
we'll
last one?
we'll do a last one. Yeah.
We'll do a last one. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me just write it. I'm writing the question in the group. Three, two, one. You guys ready? Let's do this. This is an easy one. What was Dr. Dre's first group name? What was Dr. Dre's first group name? What was it? What was it? It wasn't Dre. Come on. No, it wasn't Wrecking Crew. No. I'll give you a hint, guys. Easy E. Easy E. I'm gonna ignore. Thank you. NWA, Niggas with Attitude. That's correct. That was the first group of Dr. Dre in the late 80s. That's correct, guys. Good job. Glenn, you didn't know this one.
A teenager then. In the 80s. Show my age. Right, so we're coming up to time here. I always say if anyone's got any questions, because there was some hands up, we can get you safely over to the official Lemon Haze Telegram if you haven't joined for the quiz. That was awesome. And anyone listening back to the recording, ask us in the main chat and we'll get you over there safely. Do you have the BC open Lemon Lime sometimes for investors to come in and have a chat?
No, not sometimes. It's always open from 10 o'clock UK time. It's open until nighttime every day. We are having another trivia later on today with bigger prizes in our group. So make sure you stick around in the group of Lemon Haze. We're just having fun and giving money away. I don't know why we like to do that, but we do that. So stick around.
Yeah, awesome. It's been great just speaking to you, Lemon Lime, and it seems a cool project that you've got the utility and the game. Did you say the game's already in alpha for investors?
The
to play
game
now?
is operational. It's not alpha. It's fully operational game. It's not alpha. It's not beta. It's a live 1.0 version.
Awesome. So all the links are there in our main chat for the website and the Telegram. So check out the game and join the community for more trivia and more prizes in the week and tonight as well. So that'll be great. Thanks very much for coming. I'll finish the recording and share a copy with you to share with your community that couldn't make it today, and I'll pin that in our main chat for our community, Lemon Lime, and thank you very much for coming today. I'm looking forward to the.
Thank you
future.
so much for your time, and thank you for having me. Thank you so much.